to? We about to react to the kid who stole $230 million. And SQC was involved in this shit. Let's watch this shit and react to it. What the fuck?
No way. No.
Bitcoin?
You know how much
What the fuck? Bro, just imagine the first time you ever see $230 million in your presence on your phone. Just imagine seeing that shit. How happy would you be? First thing I'm buying when I get that money, Porsche 911 and Super. I'm buying all that shit. Nigga just flexing this shit. They were recording that shit on Discord to they sold.
Of August, 2024.
They could have kept it if they played cards right.
Carried out one of the largest crypto heists ever recorded. 20-year-old Malone Lam.
Nigga Loki looks like Ray. I ain't gonna lie.
Virch Tao. 21-year-old Jendiel Serrano, Danish Khan and Chen. These kids targeted a single Genesis creditor who had no idea they were about to lose a staggering $230 million worth of Bitcoin. But how
That's
did they
so
pull it
crazy,
off?
bro.
Were
They would have been set for life, every single one of them.
Skills? Well, it was much simpler than it seems. These scammers did something very clever. They hacked into basic human nature. It all began with a phone call, a seemingly harmless contact from Google support. But this call wasn't from Google at all. Using a spoof number, Vichatel, also known as Wiz, convinced the victim that their personal accounts had been compromised. With this false sense of urgency, he gained access to the victim's Gmail and iCloud, where he gathered key security information. Another call followed, this time from Jendiel Serrano, aka Box, claiming to be a representative from Gemini, the crypto exchange the victim used. The victim was tricked into believing their account was under attack. Under pressure and convinced they needed to act fast, the victim reset their two-factor authentication settings, giving the thieves the access they needed to take control.
How do you... I understand. There are phone numbers, scam calls right now that I get that try to act like my bank or some shit. And I never fall for them. Why would you ever fall for some shit like this, nigga? You don't think to ever consider asking the boss if this is true? If this is real? You don't ever try to double check? Fire this nigga right now. This nigga don't need a job. Fire this nigga.
Of the Gemini account, quickly sending funds to a compromised wallet. The
situation
was spiraling, but the victim had no idea. When he was asked to use AnyDesk, a remote access software, it seemed like another step in securing their assets, but in reality, it was the final blow. As the victim unknowingly
having 4,000 Bitcoin in one wallet is crazy.
Wallet were exposed, and in just a few clicks, the digital fortune was transferred into the hands of the thieves.
Money, bro.
Oh, wow. No way. No.
And they just have that shit, bro.
It's on the blockchain. It's on the blockchain, bro. No way.
And they're all just screen sharing this shit, bro.
In a private video, they recorded the live reactions to the successful transfer of 4,064 bitcoins valued at over $230 million at the time. Clearly excited as they watched the millions flow into their wallets. How did they manage to pull off such a heist? How could someone with that much wealth be deceived so easily? And why will they record themselves in the act of committing such a massive crime? These are questions that might never be fully answered, but one thing...
That's actually insane, bro. Remember, digital footprint is a thing. You can't I'm not saying that you don't just I'm not promoting this stuff, but I'm saying just digital footprint is a thing. If you don't want something to be out there, always make sure just reconsider everything that you do on the internet. It's pretty much what I'm saying. Don't just do that shit.
Clear. The money was now in the hands of the criminals, and they knew their work wasn't done yet. Exactly 17 minutes after,
everything,
they quickly set about laundering the money. To make it harder for authorities to track the stolen crypto, they split the Bitcoin into smaller amounts and transferred it across 15 different exchanges, a common tactic known as pill chains. The idea was to break the large transactions into smaller ones, making them harder to trace. Bitcoin was swapped for Litecoin, Litecoin was swapped for Ethereum, and Ethereum was swapped for Monero. The process took several days, with constant swapping between different currencies and exchanges, further obscuring the trail.
Go to the top right, the settings bar. Settings, no, not that. Like the swap settings.
Who do you hear in the background? X. I'm not gonna do that shit. The XQC. That's actually insane.
Set custom recipient. No, bro. What the
Niggas
hell?
was literally playing Valorant too.
Alright, bro, you're so horrible.
You can't.
Bro, I'm clearly busy, Caleb. Planning a heist.
Soon enough, all the stolen money was now clean money, ready to be spent, and the criminals didn't hold back. The day before the heist even took place, they were already planning on how to spend their fortune, sharing links with each other on Telegram of expensive luxury clothes they wanted to purchase, from brands like Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, and Philippe Plein.
Damn.
While most of the crew chose to play it safe, keeping a low profile and resisting the temptation to splurge, one man couldn't help but stand out. His name? Malone Lamb.
Oh no. This nigga in the beginning. This nigga sold.
Malone was based in LA, and the moment he got his hands on the money, he wasted no time diving headfirst into a luxurious lifestyle. Everything he had once watched wealthy people enjoy was now within his reach, ready to become his new reality. Nightclubs became his second home. Almost every night, he hit a club, spending ridiculous amounts of money on VIP sections and bottle services. His bar tabs were unbelievable, some nights costing $265,000, $300,000, and even more than $500,000 in a single night. If you were in one of those clubs, you couldn't miss him.
Hey, yo, Malone, you going real crazy like it's your birthday.
His name will be flashing on signs, and DJs will shout his name, giving him all the attention.
That's actually insane, nigga. This nigga spent almost like 3 million just on this type of shit, bro. I would never do that shit, bro. That's insane.
He quickly became everyone's favorite because whenever he was around,
everybody knew that
got to
nigga
drink for free. He threw around cash like it was nothing, and one time he even handed a DJ a massive 6-liter bottle of Golden Ace of Spades champagne, which could cost anywhere from $25,000 to $60,000. Another time he tipped a DJ $2,000 and had all the unopened bottles in the club sent straight to his house.
He even tipped me $2,000. When I tell you the amount of bottles he sent me that I took home brand new, everything
Oh my
sealed.
gosh. I'm not sure, but I'm not even sure because that's all cash.
But as fun as
what
LA
the
was,
fuck?
it still didn't feel like enough. He craved more attention, more luxury, more extravagance. So what did he do? He chartered a private jet to Miami. There, he took his spending to a whole new level. In Miami, Malone settled in a waterfront mansion. This place wasn't just any house. It was a $10.5 million estate with a $62,000 a month rental
But this is the exact reason why niggas go broke. Because niggas do shit like this and they don't really know what the fuck to do with their money, bro. It's so bad, bro.
Tag. This mansion was massive, covering over 8,500 square feet, with 25 feet ceilings, 10 bedrooms, and a huge pool with a jacuzzi. It had 2 big front gates and a garage with a spacious driveway that was later filled with expensive supercars and luxury vehicles. Malone bought a black Mansory SF90, a white Lamborghini Urus, a fully kitted out white Mansory Lamborghini
what
Urus
the
with baby
fuck?
blue interior, a matte black Lamborghini Revuelto, the new Porsche 911 GT3 RS, the new Ferrari SUV in black, 2 Mercedes-Benz G-Class, one in
That's so crazy that $230 million will get you all this shit, bro. That's actually insane. I would love to have all
one
this
wrapped
shit.
with matte black camo, a convertible matte black and pink Rolls Royce Dawn, a blue BMW M4, another Lamborghini Revuelto in matte grey, a blue Lamborghini Urus, an all-white wide-body kit Lamborghini Aventador SVJ with Malone's name written on the bottom of the door, a matte black Ferrari 812 Superfast, another Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in blue, a pink Urus, which Malone originally bought as a gift for his ex-girlfriend to try to get her back, but got rejected again.
That's insane.
A fully black carbon fiber
What
McLaren
the
765
fuck?
LT, a blue Pagani Huayra, and many more cars. If you didn't realize it by now, Malone was always rolling with fashion. He rocked high-end designer pieces like Louis Vuitton and Givenchy. His style was expensive, with the most expensive piece of clothing being the McLaren Maya 70 by Paul Manges jacket, which alone cost $50,000 or more. But after all this wasted money on clubs and cars, Malone finally decided to invest his money in timeless pieces that would hold the value over time, like these Cuban link chain bracelets filled with diamonds, a Richard Mille covered in diamonds, and a diamond ring for each one of his fingers. One Richard Mille wasn't enough, of course, so he bought multiple. Even his glasses had diamonds.
Yo, don't take no video.
Malone wasn't just a millionaire
That's
obsessed with
stupid,
himself.
bro.
He had a generous side, often using his wealth to give back to others in need. He bought 5 Birkin bags and gave them away to random girls at the club. One of these lucky ladies was a model named Olivia Allen.
Guys, I can't even make this up when I say that I just woke up to a Birkin in my bedroom because a man gave it to me in the club last night. This is your sign to go clubbing.
Another lucky lady who got a
That is
Birkin bag
not your
was
sign to
famous
go
TikTok
fucking
star
clubbing. That is not your fucking sign to go clubbing, nigga. Clubbing is like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but nigga, you're not normally gonna find shit like this at the fucking club. This is one, you got lucky, nigga. You're not finding another Malone like this again. Your ass got lucky.
Sky Bree.
Me and my two girlfriends walk over to the section, and this kid, I'm gonna refer to him as like a kid. I mean, he was definitely over the age of 18. He looked pretty young. He comes towards me and he's like, I got this for you.
She ended up saying she didn't like it.
It's beautiful, but to be honest, it's not really my style.
Why?
You are ungrateful, nigga. You are spoiled. You are bougie. There's no reason for you to be like, it's not really your style. He gave you a $27,000 bag and you were complaining about that shit. You bougie ass bitch. I'm sorry, I don't mean to use the bitch like this, but like, I just can't stand spoiled and ungrateful people. It's not good, bro. It's not good. She a millionaire, you don't know who that is. She the OF star, always on Aiden stream. Wait, hold on.
Birkin bag was famous TikTok.
She does look for Sky Bree.
Me and my two girlfriends walk over to the section, and this kid, I'm gonna refer to him as
I
like
remember
a
Sky
kid.
Bree
I mean,
now.
he was definitely over the age of 18. He looked
I ain't
pretty
gonna
young.
lie, I definitely did see her videos too.
He
But still,
comes
she's
towards
ungrateful.
me
I don't give a
and
fuck.
He's like, I got this for you.
She ended up saying she
Bougie
didn't like
ass.
it.
It's beautiful, but to be honest, it's not really my style.
While Malone was busy making his name known, flaunting his wealth at every turn, he was also drawing the wrong kind of attention. His outrageous spending, paired with his desire to be noticed, made it easier for authorities and blockchain experts to track him down. Investigators, including prominent figures like ZachXPT, were closely watching the flow of the stolen funds, tracing each move as he splurged on cars, clubs, and luxury items.
So how do niggas
The more
find
he
that
spent,
shit?
The more obvious it became that his newfound fortune was linked to the heist, and soon enough, the walls started closing in.
Jail time.
Malone thought he was untouchable, but behind the scenes, law enforcement and experts like ZachXPT were already connecting the dots. Through his flashy spending, investigators tracked large transactions linked to the stolen Bitcoin, using blockchain analysis to map out the movement of funds. What's more, both Box and Wiz slipped up during the process of laundering the funds.
And it's so crazy. It was Malone that sold all this shit. All them niggas weren't really doing shit. Them niggas was keeping that shit on the low. But Malone sold that shit.
Several occasions, they accidentally leaked the stolen funds with their personal assets, which, for example, also leaked his full name during a screen recording, while Box reused deposit addresses, making it easier to trace the funds back to them. These mistakes, combined with recorded conversations and digital footprints, painted a clear picture of the criminal's activities. By mid-September 2024, the FBI and other authorities had gathered enough evidence to act. On the 19th of September, federal agents raided Malone's Miami mansion, where he was arrested, surrounded by all the luxuries he had bought with a stolen fortune.
We hear boom, and we thought that was a shooting in the neighborhood, and we saw a lot of police. This was something that never happened in this neighborhood. Most of the time was a lot of party. It was party because I can hear from my house the music.
It was a stark contrast. Malone, who had lived like a king for just a short while, was
That's
now
insane.
being led away in handcuffs. Authorities were able to freeze over $9 million in stolen funds, with $500,000 already returned to the victim. However, a significant portion of the stolen money remains in cryptocurrency wallets. At the time of making this video, $21 million linked to Box is still sitting in one wallet, while
Holy
Tao, also
fuck,
known as
I don't
Wiz,
even-
has around
Damn,
$39
$39
million tied up to
million?
his account. Additionally, $4 million of Malone's funds remain untouched in another wallet. But what happened to everything else he bought? The cars, the clubs, the private jets, and all the flashy stuff. See, when a criminal buys luxury items, like cars, with stolen money and later gets arrested, the government steps in and seizes those assets through a process called asset forfeiture. This allows law enforcement to take control of anything purchased with illegally obtained funds, such as cars, houses, or expensive jewelry. Once these assets are seized, they are usually
That is actually insane. See, you learn something every fucking day. I didn't know about that shit. Well, I knew that they could seize your shit, but I didn't know that.
put up for auction. In many cases, dealerships or buyers, including the same dealer who originally sold the cars, can purchase them again, often at a lower price than they were initially sold for. The money made from these auctions then is used in a couple of ways. A portion of it will go toward compensating the victims of the crime, helping to recover some of the stolen funds, while another portion could be used to cover the cost of the investigation and legal proceedings. If the victim is lucky, he can get 50 to 65% back after the auction and administrative fees, the cut the investigators will get. However, in Malone's case, 3 of the cars he purchased, the Mandarin Lamborghini Urus, the Lamborghini Revuelto, and the Porsche 911 GT3,
they auction it for cheap to get the money back, then the dealerships buy it back for cheap, then they get profit. Yeah, it's so crazy,
transported to LA following his arrest. These cars were
we should find those
EFF
auctions
Spot,
and get a cheap GT3. Those GT3s are so fucking nice, bro.
In this particular video, both the Revuelto and the Porsche appeared with noticeable damage.
Look at that. Look at that shit, bro. That shit was so nice, bro.
By EFF Spot, a popular YouTuber who is known for his rare and expensive car spotting videos. In this particular video, both the Revuelto and the Porsche appeared
Look at that shit, bro. GT3, bro. Or GTS. That's the GTS, bro.
With noticeable damage. The Revuelto
or
had
GT is it GT?
Damage,
Fuck,
while
I forgot.
The Porsche was dented in the rear, suggesting that the Revuelto had likely rear-ended the Porsche. This kind of damage will undoubtedly decrease the value of these cars when they go to auction, significantly reducing the amount the victim could recover. The same process will apply to the clothes, jewelry, watches, and designer glasses that Malone purchased. These luxury items are likely to be seized by authorities and auctioned off
they
as
take
part of
everything,
the asset recovery
nigga.
process. High-end watches, such as his Richard Mille pieces, are particularly valuable and could bring in significant amounts at auction. While designer clothes typically depreciate in value, Malone's expensive pieces will still hold enough worth to help recover the funds for the victim. As for the wild spending in clubs,
and when this nigga gets out of jail, he's not gonna have anything. Nigga's pretty much gonna be starting from dead.
Pretty much
from
gone.
dirt, nigga.
When you blow $500,000 in a single night on bottle services and VIP sections, the clubs aren't held responsible for giving it back, especially if they had no clue the money was stolen. Same goes for the private jets. Those jet companies provided a legitimate service, so the money Malone spent on his flights is long gone. In conclusion, while most of the big ticket items can be seized and auctioned, much of what Malone spent on services, like clubs and private jets, is lost for good. This story isn't just about a major heist or the luxurious lifestyle Malone enjoyed for a brief moment. It's a lesson in greed, the dangers of showing off wealth that wasn't earned, and how quickly everything can come crashing down. Despite all the money spent, the nights out, and the flashy purchases, Malone's dream life was built on stolen funds, and it was only a matter of time before it fell apart. Authorities might recover some of the stolen money, but the damage done to the victim and the recklessness of Malone's spending spree are a reminder of how easily things can slip away. For Malone and his friends, what started as a wild ride of lavishness ended in arrests and their names tied to one of the biggest crypto crimes in history. In the end, this heist shows us that no matter how clever the crime or how big the payout, the law always catches up, and the price they paid was far greater than the short-lived luxury they enjoyed.
That is actually insane. That just goes to show that pretty much always make sure you know what you're doing, obviously. And I'm not promoting this ever. I would never promote this type of act. I would never promote stealing, thief, nothing. Like, you know, I don't like that shit. But always second guess what you want to do on the internet. Never just like just be a good person, bro. Just be a good person. Don't steal. Don't do anything. Just get that shit legit. Get that shit legit and learn. Learning is a big way of being really successful. Just learn, take notes, and just try to be successful. Don't steal. Don't do this bullshit. I'll see y'all YouTube. Peace out. I love y'all niggas.